Alright. Hey, this is Gamers Incorporated. I'm going to be doing a review and basically a preview talk on the Nintendo Switch, all the upcoming games, the release titles, the console itself, and everything about it with my friend Janoxus.
Hey,
So
hello.
he's going to be with me, and we're going to be talking about all the latest games and stuff like that. So, what do you want to get into first, Janoxus?
First, honestly, I am excited about the Switch.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Mm-hmm.
definitely going to be a game changer. Nintendo's known for their game changers.
Yes,
Some of them
they are.
obviously not more
Mm-hmm.
successful than others.
Mm-hmm.
But this one is just mind blowing,
Mm-hmm. It
and
really is.
the system's capabilities are
Yeah,
incredible.
they are incredible.
Everybody is pretty much saying that this is what the Wii U should have been.
Uh-huh.
And I agree. I honestly agree. In fact, this is more than what we would have expected
Mm-hmm.
from Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
So to say that this is a new thing, it isn't really new,
Mm-hmm.
as it is what we wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
And for the first time ever in gaming history, Nintendo has made a portable home console gaming system,
yeah, and
basically.
that's
And
another thing that's
a
a game
lot of people
changer.
are excited about that.
I think that they're more honestly they are excited about it. They're ecstatic about it, but they're mostly confused because how do you rate it? Is it a handheld? Is it a console? Because Nintendo is wording it as this. They're saying it's a portable console, right?
Yes, yes.
Which it makes sense, but then also, portable console is the term that they used for GameCube,
Yeah, of course.
and that in all new terms was not portable. Some people tried their hardest to make it portable, and by all means, it wasn't.
No, of course not.
Um, but this actually looks like the thing that everybody would want to get their hands on,
Mm-hmm.
and honestly, it's just shaping up to be incredible.
Yeah,
Let's talk about the screen. You got
yeah.
a 6-inch screen capacitive display, right?
Yes, yes. It
And
does.
that's another thing. They decided to ditch the stylus and go for the touchscreen for fingers,
Mm-hmm.
which I'm all keen for. But there's downsides to that too, because you have everybody's greasy fingers. Everybody's gonna touch your screen. You're gonna get all mad. Oh no! Don't touch my screen, man.
I
But
know, and in addition with the Joy Cons
oh yeah,
as
yeah, the
well,
Joy Cons themselves. But the
very
thing,
interesting. It looks like the Wii's controller
yeah,
system. You know what I
the
mean?
thing I like about the screen though, you notice it got that kickstand thing.
Yes.
I was like, that's neat because you can play that anywhere you're waiting or something. You don't want to hold on to your system and you just want to sit there and chill for a while. You can place your system on the table and kick back
Yeah,
and
excellent
relax.
portability. Excellent
Excellent.
portability.
And you can change the way you game. And that's the way I like this Switch. You can change the way you game. You can play it sitting down. You can play it lying up. You can put it in a dock and play it on a TV. It's nice. It's nice to
Exactly.
have that availability.
That portability.
You know what I mean? One other thing that I like about the screen
Mm-hmm.
is they finally decided to do a really rich 720p screen
Yes.
at 60 frames per second.
Yes.
That's delicious.
Yes,
That's
it is.
to me, that's a really really good thing because gamers, especially Nintendo gamers, have really been short-sighted as far as the quality of the visuals of games.
Yeah, for decades.
And from what we're
For
seeing,
decades.
I'm not disappointed at all. I
No,
mean,
not at
granted,
all.
I'm not expecting, and you and I both know because we know Nintendo's rep.
Yeah.
We're not expecting PlayStation 4 or Xbox
One
360.
graphics, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're just
We're not going to get that. But, however, we are going to get something of quality, and I'm happy about that. I'm actually ecstatic about that because things like modern age gameplay don't really apply.
Yeah, I know. And a lot of things nowadays, I think a lot of people are disappointed in a lot of the games that are coming out nowadays too, you know what I mean? They're just
True. Well, we've had those dry spots where not too many games were coming out, but the Nintendo Switch honestly is like that golden gate that
It
just
is.
opened, and
It is.
it's doing the same thing that the Nintendo Wii did, where there were next generation consoles for a little bit,
Yep.
and then the Nintendo did something completely innovative and blew
As they always
everybody.
do. As they always
It
do.
blew everybody out of the water. To be honest, in my opinion, the Wii U came out way too early for its time, and because of that, its sales suffered.
Yeah.
Its development suffered because no third-party games wanted to be made for it.
Mhm.
They stuck with their family-friendly, region-free, we're not going to put anybody together online
No.
formula, and that
Mhm.
didn't work.
And I'm glad that Nintendo took away the region locking system out of this system. You know what I mean? Finally,
Oh man,
finally,
everybody's
it's free.
ecstatic for it. You can get their Japanese games, which you know every American and
wants.
European gamer wants.
Exactly.
Heck, we may even have third-party European developers come into the scene and say, "Let's make a game for the Nintendo Switch
Mhm.
because we don't have to worry about region blocking. It's
Mhm.
easier to use.
Yeah.
We don't have to worry about super high definitions. We can
Exactly.
focus on gameplay." And I think that's what Nintendo
That's
really
what people
wants.
want.
Yeah, and another aspect of it, there's two things that are rumored, and one of them is voice chat. Now, the
Yes.
voice chat obviously is going to work with his system in its handheld mode because we
Mhm.
see the headphone jack. There's 3.5 millimeters, and
Yeah.
it's got that capability of buying headsets for it. But when it's in docked mode, the thing that I'm worried about is, will you have to use that smartphone app to do the chat audio, or will you be able to opt out for either an attachment?
Well, I'm sure Nintendo will, release more information about that later on the road. You know what I mean?
If by some chance that Pro Controller has a HD, because I haven't actually held my hands on it, but
I
if
mean,
that
the Pro Controller looks really, really good.
Yes,
it
yes. But
looks
if
like
they
a
come-
Wii U Pro
if
Controller.
they come out with a Pro
really.
Controller that actually has a headphone jack in it, like most newer
Yes,
systems
of
do
course.
now, I will be sold. That would be the version of the controller that I do buy.
Yeah.
Because we need that. We need to be able to talk to our fellow gamers. That's what we've been looking for this
Exactly.
whole time.
Exactly.
And Nintendo sort of answered that call, which I'm happy about, but I'm still reservant on whether or not I'm going to be completely on board with it.
Yeah.
Now the controllers,
Yes.
those controllers.
Yes.
Now
the Joy-Cons.
I love them and I hate them because they're small. They're small,
Mhm,
but they
mhm.
do the job. They do the job for the system.
Yeah. They
The
really do.
downsides for them, we're missing one staple of the Nintendo franchise,
Mhm.
and that's that D-pad.
Yeah.
That D-pad's gone.
Mhm.
Now we have these faceplate buttons, which are pretty much X, Y, A, and Z with
Yeah,
the directional buttons for your left Joy-Con.
Mhm.
I'll be honest, I'm still I would still be rather prefer the D-pad. I can't even formulate English words right now because I'm so angry that they decided to take that out. You could have put extra faceplate buttons on there
Mhm.
instead of putting an IR sensor or whatever you wanted to put
It
in
kind
there.
of looks similar to the 3DS design too. It's got the ZR button, it's got the L button, the R button.
Oh yeah,
and
but
all that stuff.
see, the thing is Nintendo doesn't want to be considering. Nintendo does not want to consider this a contender with the 3DS. They're saying this is going to be a totally separate entity, and the 3DS is going to be your portable handheld,
Mhm.
and it's going to have its own market, and the
Dude.
Nintendo Switch is going to have its own market.
I think the Switch is gonna run everything out of the water. You know what I mean? I think it's gonna be that definitive console for Nintendo.
I think it's going to be the console for casual gamers to enter into the realm of gaming. That's what I think. I think it's the same kind of concept that the Wii had, where now my grandmother can play because it doesn't require any buttons.
Mhm.
Now it's like, hey, my child who's grown up playing games on the iPad
Yeah.
or other games on the whatever can now play on the Nintendo Switch.
Exactly.
And I can appeal to that. I can see where they're going with that, and they have the parental controls implemented on the smartphone.
That's true. And a lot of developers nowadays are moving towards the mobile market. The home console market is dying.
Oh well,
Or it is.
here's the thing though. With that,
They're
even
AAA
Nintendo,
titles. You know what I
even
mean?
Nintendo's putting their AAA contenders in that market. Super Mario Run is one of them. They're getting ready to integrate the mobile market into their corporation.
Mhm.
What the genius part was they're saying, hey, we're gonna dip our feet into the smartphone market, in the mobile market, but we're also going to keep those mobile gamers interested in Nintendo products. And this is where it gets really interesting, okay? They said, through their actions, well, now we've got Mario on the iPhone and soon to be Android. Hey, if you like Mario, we've got an innovative new system which plays on a tablet, and you're going to play Mario in every world, everywhere you want.
In that console, like experience.
Now, another functionality.
Huge.
Another functionality that I'm very, very excited about. That portable local co-op gameplay.
Yeah.
That just here you go, here's a controller, play 2 players with me.
Yep.
You're gonna have 2-player controls everywhere you go.
Oh yeah.
In some places, you're gonna have those people where you're like, oh god, I don't want to play with him.
Mhm.
This is only 1 player. I'm sorry, but but in other cases, you're gonna be like, hey man, I've only got 2 controllers, and it's a 4-player game. 2 other people are gonna want to play.
Yeah.
If another person has a Switch,
I mean,
it's 4 players.
Does it work with Street Pass as well? You know what I mean?
So Nintendo took out the Street Pass. That's a thing that is upsetting.
Yeah,
But
it
remember this.
I know a
Nintendo-
lot of people did like the Street Pass.
Well, I actually I enjoyed it, but it wasn't a very well implemented system. Like, it wasn't heavily pushed. And even if it was heavily pushed, it wasn't a main gameplay aspect. It was just a neat little add-on.
Exactly. And it was like that for most games, too.
Are gamers a little disappointed from Nintendo's side? I think so, but to be honest, remember, Nintendo said they're not trying to make a new 3DS. They're trying to make a new console system that you can take on the go, which I respect. I actually truly respect that, design-wise, right?
Yeah, I think it looks sleek.
Fantastic.
Gorgeous.
It's thin,
Absolutely
it's nice.
gorgeous.
Supposedly, it's a little bit heavier than the Wii U gamepad, but it's nice and thin. Yeah, it's just a tiny bit heavier. And the Wii U gamepad is light. It's extremely... It almost feels like a child's play toy, because it's so bulky and plasticky, but it's light. This does not look like a child. It looks like a sophisticated piece of technology.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm really, really happy about.
Yeah.
Because this system... This brand new system is going to really open people's eyes. They're going to say, hey, look, Nintendo's not dead. I'm here. And part of that is, hey, what can we do to make it easier for gamers to, 1, jump back into the Nintendo's lap, and 2, developers make games for these gamers, these well-rounded gamers.
And finally, third-party companies can jump in on the action.
Yeah. And the lineup for third-party companies is huge. Huge.
I mean, if you look at the games, it's
We've got
just
Skyrim.
amazing.
We've got Persona coming out. We've got all these other grand titles.
And I'm really, really, really excited for The Legend of Zelda.
We're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that.
Yes.
But all right. So the Joy-Con, right?
Yes.
The HD Rumble.
Oh my God.
What do you think about that? Because I haven't
is
experienced
really
it.
Cool.
It's cool in concept, but I want to feel that. I want to see how it works. Because the whole tilting it to feel the actual shift of water, that I don't understand. Like, there's no way to verbally convey.
I know, it's kind of like a VR experience.
Exactly,
almost.
but instead of it being VR, you're kind of like you have your eyes open and you feel something, but it just looks like a controller.
Yeah, exactly.
That would be a little off-putting to me, but I'm excited because there's so many things that can happen with that. Now,
exactly.
What I'm worried about is if Nintendo's going to go down the road where they're trying to make games that cater to those gimmicks.
Yeah.
Like, for example, that IR sensor where it can tell the difference between rock, paper, and scissors, right? Is it cool to have? Yes. Did it necessarily be needed added to the console? No. But it is nice because now we have something else that the Nintendo Switch has that no other game company or developer software has. So now you have an extra little feature that is Switch exclusive.
I don't what the DS is. It's the dual screen, the touchpad.
But that's another thing. It's gonna die. Like, I honestly feel like those implementations, those software parts that get added to those games that are really trying to accommodate to those hardware parts.
It's kind of like Gravity Rush with, the PS Vita's motion
Well, the
sensor
thing is,
and all that stuff,
that's
too.
the reason why the PS Vita kind of took a back burner.
Yeah.
The only reason why the PS Vita was afloat, let's be honest, is because of the JRPGs.
Exactly.
Anybody
dead now. It is absolutely dead.
It's dead and buried. It's pretty much the Game Gear of the handheld generation. And Nintendo still remains triumphant about that because they've got heavy hitter titles. They've got Pokemon. They've got Smash Brothers on a handheld.
Exactly.
Now here's the thing, going into the Switch again.
Oh my God.
Let's talk games because this is what we were excited about, right? Because the system's only going to do one thing. So let's start small, right?
Okay.
Let's start.
Before we go to the big one.
Let's start with ARMS, one of their new IPs that they just decided to release, right? What do you think about ARMS? That Punch-Out looking game? So,
Yep.
that ribbon guy and all that, the ribbon girl and whatever.
Yep.
That looks fun.
Mm-hmm.
But my worry is it's going to be an over glorified Wii boxing, right?
Yes.
So Wii boxing was fun, Wii boxing, but it also came included with the Wii U. It came included with the Wii, with Wii Sports.
Exactly.
That's what made it worth it. It was a $200 or $250 system at the time, and it was worth it. Now we have a $300 system.
Yeah, I know.
With no games or no demo games included with it.
You see,
I don't know about that. Like, there's no saying of whether it's going to come with inclusive titles. Heck, even if it was just mini games, I'd be okay with that. If we had something to start off with where it was just like, I don't have to buy a game right away. Of course, I'm going to buy a game right away, and we already know what game it's going to be, but don't say it yet. I'm pretty sure the viewers at home or listeners at home know exactly what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
But back to ARMS, right?
Yeah.
ARMS, it looks like fun. It looks like it's going to be one of those games where you pick it up and it's going to be like, hey, you know what? Let's play. And it's a pick-up-play game.
That's exactly what
Is it going to be an esports?
Exactly what.
Yeah. Is it going to be an esports game? No, I don't think so.
No.
No,
it doesn't even look like an esports game.
What's a Super Mario Odyssey?
That
Oh
looks
my
amazing.
God. That
It
game
looks amazing. Did
And
you see that
that caught
trailer
us by
for that?
surprise. I sat there and said, why is Mario in this? Everybody said the same thing. Why is Mario in the city? And I know I'm probably butchering Mario. I say it the way I want to. But why is Mario in the city? And then you're sitting there, oh my God, he's going on this huge virtuous journey through all these lands. And it's different. It's not Galaxy anymore. You don't have those long space-driven scenes. You just go and explore.
Yeah, I mean, look at the trailer.
It looks so much fun. And he has... Not a lot of people notice this, but he has so many new moves and new animations and just lifelike feeling to him.
Exactly.
He just looks fun to play.
I know.
Now, the one thing is it going to be co-op? Is it going to be a different adventure? Are they going to implement all these controls? Because Nintendo, when they release a Nintendo title, they tend to generally stick with what they've got.
Yeah,
and if they know their controls, like the rock paper scissors thing or the motion controls thing, are they going to try to put that in the new Mario? Are they going to make that? Oh, this Mario Odyssey game is motion control, and you can fly around and do
just like the Super Mario 64
or Super Mario Galaxy. They try to implement those controls to get you used to the system, but not other game companies aren't going to do that.
No.
So Super Mario Odyssey, yes, it may look fun, but I'm afraid that they may stuff those motion controls and IR sensor controls down our throat in order to play.
And I don't want them to do that because it's about the game.
Exactly. And the game, don't get me wrong, the game looks fantastic.
Yes, the graphics.
That riding the lion thing through the desert, oh my gosh. Even the water swimming scenes, it was just amazing.
It was mesmerizing.
Okay.
Really was.
Third-party titles like things like Fire Emblem coming out, Fire Emblem Heroes,
or
what is it? Fire Emblem Warriors.
Fire Emblem
Heroes is a mobile game, you guys know. But Fire Emblem Warriors is going to come out. The Dragon Quest games are going to come out. Shin Megami Tensei for those JRPG fans, which I know you are. Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Wow, just wow.
All those titles.
Just wow.
Oh my God.
Okay. Now that we're on the subject of games,
I mean,
I have permission to talk about this now because I know I'm holding it back with every fiber of my being.
Oh my God.
The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild.
Oh my God.
That trailer.
Oh my God.
I've been watching reaction trailers to that thing for about an hour, and I still get teary-eyed at that trailer because it's incredible.
It's absolutely incredible.
It's incredible. I mean, you've got this huge, vast, open world where it's not. I mean, first of all, you know how there were all those memes when it first came out because Link is a grass cutter. He just cuts grass, and now you've got this just Final Fantasy VII type open world, full of grass.
It looks absolutely great.
Full of grass and all these mountains, and you can climb the mountains. Like,
I know, go everywhere.
In my mind, I was like, "What the heck?"
Everything you see, you can go.
And the bosses are colossal.
They are.
They look like Shadow of Colossus. They look like these giant God of War beings that you just huge Titan-like creatures that you have to take down, and it's incredible. And going into deeper parts of that, It's also the first Zelda game that we've seen with voice acting.
Exactly.
Now,
Like,
yes, there's mixed
really good voice acting.
There's mixed reviews. I agree. It's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Could have been better. Yes, on the American side.
Yes.
The Japanese version, obviously,
Yes.
I prefer because we're otaku, blah blah
Yeah.
blah.
Mm-hmm.
But it just seems like this game has so much emotion
It does.
and story
It
and
does. Did you see Zelda?
that powerfulness. Yes,
Did
and
you see
Zelda. Just her crying. That hit me. Like
Yeah.
everyone hit when
And-
that happened.
Oh my God, that moment.
Almost
And
didn't believe it
how
was
she
Zelda.
just grabbed on
Yeah.
to Link.
I didn't believe that was like no one believed it was Zelda at first. Everybody thought, "Oh, is that Link's sister? Is that Linkle? Are we seeing Linkle again?" No, it's Zelda,
Yeah.
or at least some form of Zelda in a
Mm.
persona. Like how they had Tetra and then she became Princess Zelda.
Yeah.
Now we may have another instance of that, but
Mhm.
oh my gosh,
Yes.
so much emotion.
And just in that 2 seconds, right
Tell
there.
me that music. That
Yes.
music was John Williams
Yes,
epic.
yes,
That was
it
Star
was.
Wars epic.
It was.
If that comes out with a
Yes.
soundtrack with that collector's edition,
Yes.
which I guarantee you I will buy,
Yeah.
I am going to
And I
listen to
hope
that.
they make enough.
Oh my gosh.
I
Forget
really
it.
do.
I'm sorry, Nintendo. I'm gonna have to copy some of those music files so that way I can play them on the go in my car or in my vicinity
Yeah.
because I need to I need to bathe in that
Yes.
music.
Yes.
I need to just.
It's serenity.
It's just epicness, just pure. The Great Fairy was in there.
Yeah.
The Goron was in there.
Mm-hmm.
Everything, just
It was
all
amazing.
the music, the characters, the story just feels. Even the Great Deku Tree.
Yes.
Did you see that?
Yes,
It's
I
a
did, I
tiny
did.
little fraction where you can see
I
the Great
did.
Deku Tree, and everybody lost their minds.
For that second.
And I sat there and I said, "Is that really him?"
Mm-hmm. And I'm like, this game looks just absolutely amazing. The environments, the characters, the bosses, Link, Zelda, it looks tremendous. I can't wait to start playing this.
I don't know. I'm rambling on about it, but it just looks so good.
It does.
It looks so good.
It does.
Everything, the battle scenes, the huge scapes, just.
And it actually shows you some of the gameplay as well. Just some of the attacks from the arrow, lit them all on fire.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so now that we've got this Legend of Zelda off our plate, because yes, I know we fanboyed the heck out of that game.
Oh my god. Amazing.
What are some pros and some cons that you may have on the system? Because I have mine, but I'd like to hear yours.
I mean, obviously the Nintendo Switch is going to sell out, it already is. You know what I mean? Like it is just crazy. I mean, the ability to take this anywhere and play your favorite games from Nintendo, from Pokemon to Smash Brothers.
I mean, we have that already. But what I'm saying is, what are the downsides to you? What are the downsides to the Switch so far? You? Because we got to give it a little bit of negativity. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
It can't all be peaches and cream with this thing.
It's not.
It's
I think the Joy-Cons could have been a little better.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I
Personally,
really
I agree. The price to me is a little off-putting.
$300 USD.
Because here's the thing: if it
you
were
can buy a PS4 for that much.
Yeah. Oh, and you're getting a system with 2 controllers technically for $300.
Yep.
Now, yes, they're trying to say all this technology went into the system.
Yeah.
Yes, it is expensive, but we're trying to make it affordable for the average consumer. But if you're going to do that, give us something to play with right off the bat. Like I mentioned earlier in our conversation, you're just buying the system for $300. You're not getting anything extra.
That's true.
Like, for example, that 1-2 Switch game, that could have came bundled with the unit. That would have been a fun game to have. Oh, yeah, I have 1-2 Switch, and right off the bat, I don't have to worry about playing Legend of Zelda. Or if it sold out, which I know for a good flying fact, it's going to sell out.
Sold out.
It's probably already sold out. Like, in everybody's heads, they already purchased this game.
Oh, the console is sold out right now. I mean,
oh yeah.
It's hard to even find it.
That's another thing, all right? That's another thing that is a con about the system, which we don't even know is a con yet. So, going into systems that Nintendo's put out, the mini NES. That one didn't even have enough support because the Nintendo company didn't even think that it would be as popular as it was. Are you kidding me?
Yes.
The Nintendo Entertainment System not being as popular as Nintendo thought it would be.
Yeah.
That's not a valid
No,
excuse.
it's not.
Everybody wanted that thing.
Exactly.
You put marketing commercials to hype it up because you knew people wanted it. Saying that people didn't want it, that's just poor planning. But that's what I'm worried about with the Switch. I'm worried about they're going to make it less available to raise the demand, and it's going to end up like the Wii when it first came out, the first 6 months or so.
I mean, and then you gotta look at, how is the Switch gonna do on, launch day? Is there gonna be errors with the system? Is there
That's
gonna
another.
how's it gonna
Yeah,
work?
that's another thing. We don't know. It might end up like the Dreamcast, where there were so many errors, or the Xbox 360 when it first released. Could have those red ring of death things.
Yeah.
But so far, people who have demoed the events haven't had any issues with it. There hasn't been any startup program problems. What I'm not seeing for the Switch, though, which I want to see, oh gosh, I want to see it, is more launch date titles.
Exactly.
We've got Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, we have all these confirmed titles. We have all. I mean,
but the
there's
ones
over 30.
But the ones that we're getting right now are Has Been Heroes, Remix. We're not even going to get Mario Kart
until 5. Oh my god.
We're not going to get Mario Kart until April. We're not getting anything else. All we're getting is little indie titles.
Yeah, so the launch games confirmed so far. I'm going to read them off, all right? So you got The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, 1-2 Switch, Just Dance 2017.
Which no one's going to play.
Skylanders, Imaginators.
Which no one's going to play.
Super Bomberman R.
That, okay,
yes.
so Super Bomberman R. I'm happy. I saw the trailer for that. I'm actually ecstatic about that. More so than I should be. Because it's just the Bomberman game, and every Bomberman, if you played one Bomberman, you played them all. But this one actually looks fun, and it looks like co-op play is going to be fun. So I'm actually excited about it. I'm actually going to get that game when I do get the Switch, because it just seems like a fun game to have.
It does.
Is it a heavy-hitting title? No. Is it a third-party title for the Nintendo? Yes. So that's one thing going for it, but that's only one game. Like, I need more. We need a more variety. We need a larger variety, rather, of all these games that could be available.
Exactly.
But they're not. Because Nintendo's NDA, obviously, was, so super tight that we didn't find out about anything regarding the Switch. It was literally just rumor mill. And even then, the rumor mill was so unbelievable that we were just waiting, panting at the edge of our seats for some information. Now that we've got all this information and everything's happening, the aftermath, after all the smoke and dust cleared, is we've got this beautiful system.
We do.
And barely any games for it.
I mean, let me continue off. I mean, you got the Binding of Isaac, Afterbirth.
Which everybody already has.
Yep, I Am Setsuna, which is a really good game if you've ever played it.
I'm reserved on that because, like I said, I want to see how it does on the Switch.
And then you got the World of Goo, Nil Inferno, and then Human Resource Machine, which are all from the Tomorrow Corporation.
Yeah, and those are those third-party titles that are those indie developer titles. And we're going to see a lot of those, especially Shovel Knight, obviously.
Exactly.
And Shovel Knight is going to have those Switch-exclusive titles. Now, one of the things that I am hopeful for is, since the Nintendo still kept the NFC reader in the Switch, are we going to see things like those Amiibo games where you can do Amiibo stuff?
Yeah.
Or are we going to have more...
I do want to see that incorporated
I
into the
need
Switch.
to see something like apps, some fun things, little things to... I don't want to be, if I'm waiting, in a doctor's office, I don't want to be so heavily involved in something and then have to put it down because that's the only option I have. I want to pick up and play a game on my system, as well as, because you've got portability. If you're going to advertise portability, give us a portable game on there. Give us something that's quick and fun, not one through Switch. Definitely not one through Switch. But give us something that's portable and fun. Give us something that's different,
Pikmin. You know what I mean?
The funniest thing to me was that game Snipper Clips,
Yeah.
which isn't even a launch title,
No, it's
and it
not.
doesn't even look that good.
No.
I sat there, I was like, this looks like a WarioWare minigame,
It
and here
does.
you are selling it for a full price.
It does.
It's not. No, don't do
No.
that, Nintendo.
No.
Don't. Stop. You're not learning.
No.
But,
I mean, and do you know, to attest to the power of the system, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
It's been confirmed that Elder Scrolls V Skyrim
Yeah.
is going to be playable on this system, which
Now-
is amazing.
it's amazing to a certain degree. Because everybody's bought Skyrim,
Yeah.
then they bought the collector's edition.
And then the HD remastered.
Exactly. And then you have it on Steam and all this other stuff.
Mhm.
So, would it be reasonable to buy the same system again? I don't know. However, it's going to be a Skyrim
Yeah.
with dual controls, which
Mhm.
we don't even know if motion controls are a playable factor.
Yeah, but they might be.
They might, but having the ability to play Skyrim on the go is definitely a plus for the Switch.
Yes. Oh, hell yes.
For the Switch, because there are a lot of fans of the Elder Scrolls series,
Mhm.
and getting them on board with you
Mhm.
with one game is definitely a way to go.
Yes.
I do see it going the end of Batman Arkham Asylum games. For example, we had the Arkham Asylum games that came out on the Wii U,
Yeah.
but like I said before, and like everyone has put out before,
Yeah.
that game didn't do
No.
well at all.
It didn't. It didn't.
And part of it was due to the poor sales of the Wii U.
Mhm.
Other
It didn't
part was
even
software.
have the online capability. It
Yeah,
only had the
so-
single player.
Software capability alone was just terrible. Frame rate issues,
Mhm.
touchpad controls.
I know.
It was just bad. It was a
And-
bad time.
And this, I hope, the Switch, you know what I mean? It
So-
gets rid of all that, makes gaming, revolutionizes gaming, you know what I mean, to a whole new level.
One of the
Redefines the market.
But Nintendo is fixing things. For example, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Yes.
How happy were you when they fixed battle mode?
I was extremely happy.
Finally, they brought back
I know.
classic stuff,
I
man.
know.
The
Everybody
Feather's
wanted
back,
classic
the
stuff.
Boo is back, Bowser Jr.'s in there,
Mhm.
Double Items is back.
Yeah.
They even threw in some extra stuff and put some Splatoon stuff in there.
Yeah.
Hey, you've got a brand new IP? Run
Yeah.
with it.
Exactly.
I'm so happy that they did this
Mhm.
because now we've got a brand new, and we've got it on the go. We've got a good Mario Kart game
Mhm.
on the go and as a home console system. That excites me to no abound.
Yeah. It-
Splatoon 2.
yeah.
Obviously, I know you haven't played Splatoon 1.
Yeah.
I have profusely.
Mhm.
I am sad the Splatfests are done, but with good reason. We've got this brand new title with
Mhm.
great new guns and this huge new world that you can go around and explore. It's no longer just a crossroad
Yeah.
street,
Yeah.
like a hub world. That seems fun. Like, that's actually fun. And the ability to say, hey, now I can play Splatoon 2. I don't have to be online. I can just play with the dude right
Exactly.
next to me with his screen. Now that's an esports title. Now you've got, okay, this is a competitive game where I can actually get into it.
Mhm.
That's a fun game. And it doesn't have to be a Call of Duty game. Now,
It doesn't.
there's another point that I'm going to bring up.
Yeah.
Call of Duty. Okay?
Mhm.
Are there going to be any Call of Duty titles? Activision is on board with Nintendo.
Yeah.
DICE is going to be on board with Nintendo. Let's.
Battlefield, man.
What are we going to do? Are we going to see some other stuff? Valve's on board with Nintendo.
Yeah.
Are we going to see Portal on the Nintendo Switch?
Yeah, we should.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, Portal's
Are we going to
amazing.
see, other exclusive titles being made by these third-party companies
Mhm.
just for the Nintendo Switch? That would be a winning combination. That would be,
That's what the
this
Switch
is
needs.
because the
Absolutely
same
what it needs.
VR is doing the same thing with those gimmicks.
Mhm.
The HTC Vive is doing great because they've got Valve behind it. They've
Yeah.
got the developers behind Portal behind it, and all these other major titles behind it.
Mhm.
If the Nintendo Switch can adopt that same formula and say, hey, third-party developer, we're going to give you full free reign to design whatever you want
Exactly.
for our system, but make it exclusively for our system, and we'll give you free reign over the control schemes, the menus. We'll
Yeah.
even let you rate it whatever you want. Just do it. So that way we can get our system off the shelves. I guarantee you that system will do very, very well.
Exactly.
Now, is it going to do well regardless of what I say? Of course it is.
Mhm.
There's so much positive hype behind this system.
It's
It almost-
good. It's very good.
It's almost mind-boggling why no one's asking these legitimate questions.
Mhm.
And some of the people who are asking the legitimate questions,
Yep.
to be honest, don't even really care because
No.
one game and one game only,
Mhm.
Zelda: The Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
Is it going to be my game of the year? Hands down,
Yeah.
yes. With everything I've seen, the amount of
It looks great.
it just looks so much fun.
I mean, even Pokemon Stars, whenever that
there's another one.
releases, I mean,
But here's the thing with Pokemon Stars, and Pokemon companies kind of disappointed me in a way because we've got all these what you call teaser games that supposedly
Yes.
are going to come out. We've got Pokemon Go now,
Yeah.
and we've got Pokemon Duels.
yeah, I know. That
and
was
then-
recent.
We were supposed to have a Pokemon Z when X and Y
Mhm.
came out, and then that ended up being Pokemon Sun and Moon.
Exactly.
So all the elements of Z were now integrated into this brand new system
Mhm.
of gameplay for
Yeah.
the similar console. Yes, they changed the formula a lot, but
Mhm.
you don't have that continuity that you
Yeah.
were promising. You don't have that, hey, here's what you guys already had, let's take it a step further.
Mhm.
Now we've got Pokemon Stars rumored on the rumor mill.
Yeah. TBC.
Is it going to be a high def remake? Is it going to be like Pokemon Black and White 2 where it's
That's
just a
what they
continuation?
hope to make it.
So we don't know. We really don't know. It's literally just a name, a promise, and an empty
Yeah.
threat. Because that's the way I see it as both ways. Because we're kind of disappointed. Who I want to see, my wishful thinking, right?
Mhm.
Who I want to see making games for this system,
Mhm.
I want to see Capcom
Yes.
step up to the plate.
Absolutely.
I want to see them fix the
Yes.
mistakes they made.
Go Mega Man. Oh my
Oh,
god.
you're literally talking, folks at home. If you guys want to know something, I'm the biggest Mega Man fan ever.
Go Mega Man.
I want to apologize to any other Mega Man fans out there. I'm sorry, I have you beat. I
Yeah.
love Rockman. I
Yeah.
love Mega Man. Give me more Mega Man.
Yeah.
Now,
A lot of people.
am I
would wanna see
disappointed
more
in the Mega Man franchise? You bet your buns I am.
Mhm.
Why? There's so much potential. So much unfinished business. Battle Network
There is.
cleared off.
Yeah.
They ended it, cut it dead. Star Force.
Mhm.
Star Force wasn't even as good as it was supposed to be,
No.
and it's still not on the radar. ZX don't even exist anymore. Mega Man Zero. If you want to do something right, Nintendo, partner up with the people who actually got the formula for Mega Man right.
Yeah.
Go call Intercreates and tell them, hey, what makes a Mega Man game great? Perfect example of why they're doing so dang well. They've already come out with Azure Striker Gunvolt, and they got a sequel for it.
Oh,
And it's
yeah.
doing pretty dang well for being a downloadable title.
Mhm.
Put something like that on the
Yeah.
Switch.
Yeah.
You put something like that on the Switch, and you're going to immediately erase the bad mistake that
Yeah.
Keiji Inafune, the creator of Mega Man,
Yeah.
made when he made Mighty Number 9, which I'm so sorry for bringing it up, you fellow Mega Man fans. But just, oh, what an atrocity.
It was.
Just, please don't do that
It
to
was.
us again.
I absolutely agree.
But the reason why I bring this up is, and it's the potential for the Switch, is Capcom, and I say this again, they're considering releasing games that they're past titles.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they already got Ultra Street Fighter 2.
Yes, but that's their cash cow. That's their cash cow. Ultra Street Fighter, and then they've got, Ultra Street Fighter 2, the final battle,
Yeah,
right?
the final challengers, yes.
The final challengers, rather, and that looks amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, they stole from Mugen characters, because everybody on Reddit knows who Violent Ken and Evil Ryu are.
Yeah.
But they put them in this game, and obviously, if you did a little bit of research, the creator of Violent Ken and Evil Ryu had passed away when he was making these characters for Mugen. So it's a nice, honest nod for those of you who don't know, to put them in this game.
Yeah.
And of course, that big thanks to the people who redrew those characters in high definition. But more along to the point, Capcom is willing to do all these third-party revamps, right?
Yeah.
They may bring back Resident Evil or Dino. What is it? Dino Crisis is Capcom, right?
Yes.
Dino Crisis could come back. Who knows what could come back?
Yeah.
But the most optimistic is what should have been their IP, which was Mega Man. Mega Man was literally the face of Capcom. Right? Now we've got Monster Hunter.
Exactly.
There's another title that
hell yeah.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Monster Hunter on the Switch?
Yes. Whoa. That'd be incredible.
Monster
In Japan.
Hunter on the Switch.
Mhm.
When you
Incredible.
have a game as vast and long as Zelda Breath of the Wild coming out, you bet your buns that
Mhm.
there's going to be a fantastic Monster Hunter to follow.
Mhm.
Because Nintendo's formula is this, right? They want to do something different that's innovative that people can look at and say, this is the blueprint for my next game.
Exactly.
Super Mario 64 was the pavement
We're gonna
for
follow suit.
Banjo-Kazooie, Spyro, and all these other
Yeah.
adventure games that had this formula, and they were
Mhm.
trying to find it. Now they had this open world to do it.
Yeah.
Super Mario Galaxy was another one that said, hey, let's take everything that you knew about video games and flip it on its head.
Exactly. You know what I
Now
mean?
they've got Super Mario Odyssey. We have no idea what their
I
plan
know
is
it's
for that.
big. It's big. This console is big. No doubt. No
But-
doubt.
In that same aspect, right? Those formulas for those games
Mhm.
are going to pave the way for other gamers and other game consoles because
Exactly.
Nintendo is notorious for that.
It is.
Nintendo says, hey, we've implemented this new system.
Mhm.
We've implemented these new
Game
controls and
changer.
feels and game and the way games are made. We're going back to the way Nintendo should be,
Mhm.
the greatness of Nintendo.
Exactly.
When Super Nintendo was at the top of its game
Mhm.
and Nintendo 64 just implemented something completely new and
Yeah.
it blew our
And the
minds.
Game Boy came
You know?
out. You know what I
Now,
mean?
granted, we know that the PlayStation, right? The PlayStation was a far superior system.
Oh yes.
It was.
Oh,
I'm not going to lie to you. I'm a Nintendo fanboy, and I still believe that the PlayStation was far superior than the Nintendo 64.
Mhm.
But the Nintendo 64 had a lot going for
Oh,
it.
yeah.
It had those titles that,
Yep.
I mean, you had
Spark
Super
Force,
Smash
Super
Brothers,
Smash Brothers.
you had GoldenEye,
Yeah. Oh my God.
you had Banjo-Kazooie,
Yeah.
Donkey Kong Country, which
Mhm.
not a lot of people liked, but I
Yeah.
liked it.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh, so
Mhm.
many games.
And I'm disappointed in this lineup. You know what I mean? I just don't
Oh.
see anything else besides Breath of the Wild that I would personally want to play on launch day.
Exactly, and that's the thing that worries me because even the game ARMS, right? Their next IP, their newest Nintendo-based IP,
Yeah.
which let's be honest, it looks like a Little Mac ripoff, but their newest IP isn't even coming out on release date.
Mhm.
We have to wait for that.
I know, like months.
Why are we waiting for something that you're showing us that's brand new?
I know, November, December release dates. You know what I
Now,
mean?
and you know Nintendo's notorious for doing that, saying, hey, remember that game that we announced that was kind of cool that you thought was, well, it's holiday season, and here's more stuff about it.
Yeah.
So I'm optimistic, but I'm also like, because they did the same thing with the Wii U with Splatoon, and Splatoon is a great game.
Yeah.
The Wii U is not. So I'm really, really skeptical because if they say the Switch just looks good and sounds good so far.
It does. So far, it does.
So far.
Now, when people actually get their hands on it, when we actually get to see
There's
how
two
people
things I'm
react
worried.
to
Yeah,
this,
there's two
you know
things
what I
I'm
mean?
worried about it. Actually, no, a few things I'm worried about it. The durability of the long lifespan. Okay.
The battery life, you know what I mean?
The battery life's another thing, right? It says 3 to 6
It's
hours of battery.
huge.
That's relatively weird and
It's
relatively weak, but considering the power behind the system, I can understand.
Mhm.
The upside to that, though, is it is USB Type-C connector, which a lot of newer phones are adapting to.
Mhm.
So to say that it charges through that is a safe bet.
Mhm.
What I'm skeptical about is they're toting around the word portability.
Yeah.
I mean, they're saying
They
it's
really
a portable console, okay? It's going to need accessories.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to need a case. It's going to need a
yes.
travel bag, whatever. It's basically going to be the new iPad for gaming systems.
Oh, yeah.
And that's another thing that's going to kind of play on whether or not people buy it. Because, well, if I buy that, I have to get a screen protector. I have to get a case.
Yeah.
I have to make sure I'm careful with it. Because if that screen breaks, that screen is the system.
Yeah. It's the whole thing.
It's the system.
Mhm.
That screen breaks. Guess what, buddy? You're SOL
Mhm.
until you plug it into the dock mode.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. There's not much else you can do with it.
So you just
At that
broke a
point.
$300 system.
Yeah.
That's the scary part.
Mhm.
Have people told whether or not it's durable? Yes. But that's not over time. Because
Mhm.
remember, people only had a limited time to hold this in their hands.
Yeah.
So we don't know. Another downside to me,
I mean,
the small, tiny cartridges.
yeah.
Yes, because of the waves of technology that we've been having now, it's more than capable of doing bigger cartridges and whatever. But these small cartridges are kind of a hindrance because 3DS games are already small.
Yeah.
Right?
They are.
To say that we've got a system that's higher end with smaller cartridges is baffling.
Yeah.
It's really baffling.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing, those Joy-Cons,
Mm-hmm.
what happens if you lose one? Are you going to be able to pair another Joy-Con with it? Are there going to be other Joy-Cons available besides those neon ones and the black ones that come with it?
Yeah.
Are you going to? Is there going to be faceplates that you can get? What's going to be the
the
final
colors, you know what I mean?
third-party developers for controllers? What are their options?
Mhm.
Are we going to have Nyko controllers? Are we going to have Mad Catz controllers?
I would
Those
love
companies
to
have to
see
sign
all
contracts
of
in order
that.
to do that. I want to see those.
I
I want to see.
love to see all.
I want to see a Hori pad
Mhm.
for the Switch. I
Yes.
want to see something like that.
Mhm.
Give me that. Give me that so much.
Yes, that customization, that feel, that the way it should be. You know what I
The
mean?
Switch needs to step its game up,
Mhm.
but so far I'm very, very excited about it.
Yes.
All right, I'm pretty much done on my end. Do you have any final thoughts on this?
I mean, you know, it it's here's the you know, I mean, I'm gonna read off all the upcoming titles for the game, pretty much.
Well, I mean,
And this is from third-party developers and from post-release titles as well. So, because just so that everybody knows what we're getting from down the road and then here on to 2018,
yeah, and
2019.
you guys at home can really research this on yourselves because
Mhm.
those games are really going to update as time goes by. 'Cause like I
Yeah.
said, we still have a month until it comes out. It's got
That's
March
true.
3rd is the release date
Yeah.
of this system, and we're still kind of like itching in our seats to see what else is behind the curtains.
Yeah.
But so far we've got what? Fast Remix, right?
Yeah, so we got Snipper Clips, Cut It Together, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which is
Well, those are first party. Those are the ones we know of. What
Yes.
are the third party ones that we're not knowing?
Alright, so we got Fast Remix, Has Been Heroes,
Mhm.
Rhyme, Disgaea 5 Complete, Lego City Undercover,
Okay.
Puyo Puyo Tetris.
Which comes out, and these are all like spring titles,
Yeah.
and
Yep.
early
May,
spring, right?
March, yep.
So that's another thing. You got these titles that are coming out so like later in this
I
thing.
know.
I think the system's coming out early. I think it's
is.
really trying to get its foot in the door.
Yep.
Is it a great system? Yes.
Yes.
Does it have enough games for it?
No, absolutely not.
I don't think
And
so.
then you
Even
got-
Shovel Knight. Shovel Knight is a game that's already out, multi-capable on every single system. Is it going to be available on Switch on launch? I doubt it.
No.
Project Sonic, we don't even know what the name of that game is, and it's already told to be on the Switch. Monster Boy and the Cursed Kingdom, Wonder Boy, Dragon's Trap.
Yep.
And then we've got all these third parties with no release date. We've got the 1001 Spikes, Arcade Archives, Cave Story, which is another classic staple, but it's easily portable.
Yep.
So I don't know why it wouldn't be on launch date. Constructor, Cube Life, Island Survival, Dragon Quest
Yes.
10, Dragon Quest 11,
Yeah.
which are going to be
Yeah.
heavy hitters, but we don't have a release date for those as well.
No.
Dragon Quest Heroes 1 and 2,
Yeah.
which another hitter. Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2.
Yep.
That needs to show up soon.
Yes, it does. I'm
That needs to
excited for
really
that.
show up soon. EA Sports FIFA. That game should have been on the confirmed
Yes.
early 2017.
That would have made the console perfect.
That would have, because those sports games are what people are saying, hey, I can pick up and play it right off the bat.
Yeah.
That should have been like, confirm a sports game.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Farming Simulator,
Yeah.
Grateful Explosion Machine,
Lego Worlds.
Lego Worlds. See, the thing is, Lego Worlds, I'm skeptical about because I've seen the PC port, and it's kind of like a Minecraft ripoff, but not. I don't know how they're going to do it with a Switch, because I haven't seen it come out on any other console.
Yep.
So, we'll see. We got Minecraft Story
The
Mode.
Complete Adventure. Rayman Legends, which is really good.
How many times have we played the Rayman
Yeah.
Legends, though?
Yeah.
It's a great game, don't get me wrong, but yeah, like I said, it's on the same terms of Skyrim. Am I going to rebuy this game so I can play it on the Switch? I don't think so. Not a Rayman title,
No. They read out Seasons of Heaven, which looks really good if you watch the trailer. I like that.
I've seen
New
bits and
Shigami
pieces of that.
Tensei.
The new Emi Shin Megami Tensei is going to be an underground popular hit. Stardew Valley, we'll see how that goes. State of Mind,
Yeah.
we'll see how that goes. Steep, I haven't even heard of Steep.
Mhm.
I don't know what a lot of these companies. Ubisoft, yes.
Yeah.
Thank you for making a game for this
Yeah,
system, but
and they're
give
not
us something
away
to
from
work with,
Mhm.
Siberia 3, Project Octopath Traveler,
Mhm.
Taiko Drum Master. That's going to be a big hit, especially those Japanese fans.
Yeah.
Now, here's another thing. We don't even know the Japanese titles. Why? Because, one, we're not Japanese, and two, we don't know what's available in other countries. What all the other countries' third-party developers are making.
Yeah.
We have underground developers that are working on their own thing,
Yeah.
and nothing's being released in regards to what the news is for them.
Exactly.
So I'm excited for those two as well, because this is a system that's region-free. We can play any of those games. Final, yeah. Now, I have questions about that. We know that there's different region formatting for video output. Of course, we have NTSC PAL, NTSCJ, and NTSCU, right? Or rather, just PAL, not NTSC. But are there going to be compatibility issues between cross-genre gaming? Is a Japanese player going to be able to play against an American player if they have two different region systems? Yes, they're region-free, but are the region compatible systems going to be able to battle each other? Because we had that issue for a very long time. I myself, as a resident of Japan, I have that issue all the time. Monster Hunter especially. I can't play with a lot of people who have the Japanese version of Monster Hunter because, one, they either have exclusive titles, content, or it's not coded to that specific region. So, yeah, the system may be region-free, and you may be able to play Japanese titles, but are you going to be able to play against Japanese players? And that's a big question, because we've got all these new implemented scenarios like parental controls and all these other things. Are the parents going to be able to know that this is a Japanese title? Are the parents going to be able to say, I don't want you to play region games?
And this goes into Nintendo's censorship policy, which I take a huge offense to, and you may not know it.
Well,
or
Nintendo's
Fire Emblem has been censored, and
Nintendo's
lot of
backing
other games have been
Nintendo's
censored.
backing itself by saying that they no longer have a region-free system. They have a region-free system now. They no longer have any region blocking or any barriers, right?
And I hope this gets rid of the censorship. You know what I mean? There's too much.
I doubt they're going to get rid of the censorship. I think that a lot of the games that are...
Because they did Dragon Quest VIII. They did Fire Emblem. They did...
I hope, like you, I'm optimistic that they do keep those raunchy titles in there, and they keep... Because it's not like Nintendo hasn't done raunchy titles. I mean, one click of Bayonetta, and you're just like, whoa, okay. I understand where you're going with this. But that's one IP. You know what I mean? There's no catering to the other IPs. Give me a Witcher 3 on the Nintendo Switch.
Oh my god.
Are you kidding?
Oh my god.
That would be a mind breaker.
Mind blower. Oh my god. And then you got, new Travis touchdown game, and then a new Tales of RPG. That is amazing. I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, a lot of Tales fans are going to be happy because, you follow Tales of Berseria. Tales of Berseria.
Yeah, that game looks amazing. They finally did it right. With, the steering was not good, but the series is amazing.
Now you've got a Tales game exclusively for the Switch, and I'll be honest.
Oh my god.
Let's be happy about that because, but we still don't have anything in development. We don't have anything on paper saying this is going to be what it is. What we have no concept art whatsoever, right?
Yeah.
We need those third-party developers to step up, and we need the system itself to really show us what it's doing. Because is it capable of a lot? Yes. Is it doing a lot? I don't think so.
No.
I really don't think so right now.
No, and the system also has backwards compatibility as well, which I think is
the downloadable backwards compatibility, and I'm hoping that works. I'm hoping that it works with other game titles, including the rumored GameCube backwards titles that are supposed to be on their online store.
I would love to play Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness on the Switch.
We'll see how it goes. Honestly, I'm pretty much wrapping it up for now. What about you?
I mean, besides everything that we've already talked about, the price is, I think it's a little too high. I think it should be priced around like 200 to
250 would be
something
reasonable.
like
Yeah.
that. The power of the system is going to be good, but the people are going to be complaining about the battery life around 3 to 6 hours. This doesn't seem enough. Maybe we'll get some people from Nyko to actually put, an
Those
extra
strap-on batteries, yeah.
exactly. And then with, the Joy-Cons and everything, we'll see how good they work
Yeah.
with all the titles and everything. I hope they do work well with everything. The launch titles and everything,
They need to get up on that
need
road.
to have more
Launch
launch
they
titles.
need.
The only reason why I would even buy the Switch is because of Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. There's no other reason why. And then, you know what? For a lot of people, I think a lot of people are just going to buy this console later down the road, you know what I mean? Because there's so many titles that aren't released right now.
Yeah.
You know
And
what I
then
mean?
I may end up going down that road. Even though I'm a huge Zelda fan and I want to play Breath of the Wild, I may actually wait. I may actually wait because I want to see the reviews on the game. I
Yeah.
want to see how well it looks. I want to see the actual feel of the game.
It looks amazing.
I know, and I kind of want to dip my hands into it so bad.
It looks absolutely amazing. That trailer, the emotion, Zelda, Link, everybody looks so good.
Yeah, we'll have to table it. Maybe we'll talk about it in a future discussion. That's all I got. Do you have anything, man?
You know what? Besides all that, I just want more games.
All right, well,
I just want more games.
this is Naxos. I was glad to be on board
Yeah.
with you, man. I
Yeah.
really like talking about it.
Yep.
All right.
We'll have future discussions, definitely. And,
Oh yeah.
for more gaming trailers, more news, gameplay walkthroughs, just stick to my channel, subscribe, and, we're always on top of it.
All right.
See ya.
See you.